Hello, YouTube. So, a little disclaimer before I begin. I just finished recording this, and then as I was, saying my, okay, thank you for watching, goodbye, sort of thing, my laptop battery ran out, and my computer shut down, and my video was lost. So, needless to say, I don't have perhaps as much energy as I had the first time around, if you can call what I have energy. But I have to power through because I would like to get this done before 2014 is over. Yes, so today, first and foremost, I would like to apologize for the quality, of this image. Usually when I do my videos, I use my phone because it's a much better quality than my laptop, which is what I'm using right now. But, even if it's not the best quality already with my phone, but anyway, it's better than nothing. But the thing is that if I use my phone, I can maybe get 11, 12 minutes and it's going to say like, hey dude, slow down. So I'm using my laptop so that I can do a lengthier video, even though it's probably going to take forever to upload. Oh dear God, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, so I'm going to start this again and say that today I am going to do my December book haul, which is actually my birthday / Christmas book haul. And I never get to do hauls because, well, I never get to buy books because I don't have money to spare most of the time. And so even if I do get books, it's just like 1 or 2 at a time. It's not like anything worth hauling. It's not going to be like, hey, hi, 1 book, done. So I'm probably not going to get to do something like this again until next year for my next birthday and Christmas. But yeah, so let's get this started and say, okay, so see, I had energy, I lost it, I want food. But okay, so first, the books that I got for my birthday. First off, I got a Amazon gift certificate from a very dear friend who understands that my parents will not be able to get me an Amazon gift certificate. So she got one for me. And with this gift certificate, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. Yes. I should say, in total, this book haul will span 38 books. Sort of. The sort of will be explained later. But yes, so the first 6 books I got through Amazon with my gift certificate. So the first thing that I got, I could have gotten the entire trilogy, and I did actually consider it, but I wanted to be able to get a few different things. So I just got the first book, assuming that the other ones, or at least the second one, would already be out in paperback also, which I realized afterward was not. But anyway, I did get the first one, and that is Legend by Marie Lu. And the other ones, I currently have a reservation at my library, so at the worst I can read them even if I don't own them. And then when they do come out on paperback, the other 2 I will be able to get them and complete my trilogy. So, yes. I got this. And then the next book that I got is Shades of Grey by Jasper Fforde. Not to be confused with 50 Shades, because nah. And this is the first book that I get by this author, but it is not the last book that I've gotten by this author in this entire haul, as you will see later on. But I am very intrigued by this book and by everything that he's done, actually. And so I'm anxious to discover what he's done. And so this one in particular, we'll just read a little bit of the blurb on the back. It says, "Welcome to Chromatascia, where the coloritracy rules society through a social hierarchy based upon one's limited color perception. In this world, you are what you can see. But Eddie Russet wants to move up. Go Eddie. So, yes, this I've seen. I think there's a second one coming out. I'm not sure if it's in 2014 or 2015 or 2027. I don't know. So, but I have this one now. And then the next thing that I got was a box set. I don't actually have the box with me right now. I just have the books, but that's what's important. And so it is a trilogy of Mary Poppins books. I have Mary Poppins, the first one. I have Mary Poppins Comes Back. And I have Mary Poppins Opens the Door. And from what I can tell, because I saw the musical when it came to Montreal last year, and I did see that it differed from the Disney movie, but from what I can tell, the three books here all have elements of what the musical had, like the things that I wasn't familiar with from the movie exist in the books. So I'm very excited to have these books. Yes, so this will go over here. And then the last book that I got from with the gift certificate was The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, the first book in the Chaos Walking trilogy. I am very, very, very anxious to read these books. And so I got the first one with my gift certificate, but this is not where the story ends. With money that I got from other people for my birthday, I did get The Ask and the Answer and Monsters of Men, the other two books in the trilogy. So once I get to them, I will be able to marathon them like there's no tomorrow. Yes. So the next 4 books that I got for my birthday now, in the Christmas Booktubeathon, I read the final 3 books of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. And then once that was over, I was like, okay, now I need to move on to the Heroes of Olympus. And so I got The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. I've got The Son of Neptune, ditto. The Mark of Athena, double ditto. And The House of Hades, triple ditto. Now, since the 5th and final book in this series is coming out later this year, I will probably wait until it's closer to the release date to read the first 4 so that I can just get the 5th one when it comes out and add it to my collection and just read my way through this series and cry. All my crying at one time. Yes. There will be blood and tears and yeah. So I've got these. The last 3 books that I got for my birthday with money that I got at my birthday. I got energy down for a second, and we're back. And so the next book that I got for my birthday is one that I saw on a lot of people's bookshelves and book hauls and book everything, and every time that I saw it I was like, I must have you. And now I do. It is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and wow, the light is making it all blush. So I cannot wait to read this book. I have a feeling I will enjoy it immensely. So the next book that I have to show you is one that I've seen it on a few different people's channels, but one in particular, which is probably the primary reason why I did get it in the end, because this person made me very curious for this book, and this person that I keep calling this person is actually called Reagan from Peruse Project, and that is, can you guess? Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I love this cover. Did not really care for the old cover, but this is something I can get behind. Yes, she looks so badass. Alex me badass. Okay. So, I'm gonna have to wait until Crown of Midnight comes out in paperback before I can get it, if I want my covers to match. But that's okay, because let's face it, if I read them all in sequence that I got them, it's gonna be a while before I get to this one. But yeah, so it is there. And the final book that I got for my birthday, yes. Now, as I've mentioned before, probably, and we'll mention again later on, because but anyway, the last book that I got now, a couple weeks back on Twitter, I saw a few of the booktubers mentioning that this series was getting a cover change on its second book, which is just insane as a concept, but for this series, it is even more ridiculous. And yes, I am knocking the paper. I'm putting the slipcover on my desk for emphasis, and it is The Diviners by Libba Bray. Why would you change this? Look. Okay, I know the camera's crappy on my laptop, but you can still see it's pretty and awesome and pretty awesome, and come here. Why? Why would you change this? Why? Were you not hugged as a child? Why? Okay, I'm gonna stop, but why? But anyway, so this is the end of this side, which is the birthday side. Now I'm gonna move to this side, the Christmas side, and, well, to be specific, the Boxing Day, Boxing Week, Boxing Everything haul, because I got the money for Christmas and New Year's. But so I didn't get these books at Christmas, but I got them for Christmas. I'm gonna stop saying Christmas now. Christmas. So the first batch of books, I got them at Chapters on Boxing Day. And the first thing that I got, that I went in there for, that I knew I was going to get, was a box set. And it is Douglas Adams' The Ultimate Collection. There's 8 books in here. Now, I have never actually read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series trilogy in 5 parts, but I was planning to. I have them, like, on my iPad. I have the book, but I have them in Italian. And no, this was not a mistake. I was a Italian major in university, and I wanted to get more books in Italian, even if they were translations. But since I am not from Italy, I'm from Montreal, over here buying books in Italian is just crazy expensive. But I discovered last year-ish that I could get some on my iPad, and they would be reasonably priced. And for graduation last year, I got money, and I got iTunes cards, and I bought the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series, and actually the Hunger Games trilogy in Italian, and I have not read them yet. They're sitting there like, they read me, but I will read them. Like, before I get them, I promised myself that after I finished my very small TBR pile from before December, and before I jump into my new books, I was going to read my Italian ebooks. So I will do that. But anyway, I got the box set here. I got them out. So first, there is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books. They're very small, but I have the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the first one. I got The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. I got Life, the Universe, and Everything. Yes. And there is So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. with a foreword by Neil Gaiman. Awesome. And I have the last one of these, which is Mostly Harmless. Yes. And also in this box, I have 3 more books. I have the first 2 are from the Dirk Gently series. I have Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, and the Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul. And then this one, it's different sort of. It's called The Salmon of Doubt. It says, included here are short stories and 11 chapters of a Dirk Gently novel that Douglas Adams was working on at the time of his death. So, yes, this is the last book in the box. And whereas the other books have numbers on the side, this one has a little salmon. You can really see it, but yes. So that's for this box set. Now, again, on Boxing Day, there was a 30% discount on all hardcovers, and I didn't actually benefit from it too much. I only got like 1 hardcover that was full price, and it was Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carriger. I think that's how you say it. I almost got the second one a few days later, but I decided to get something else instead, and I figured, well, if I like this, I'll get the second one eventually, so, yeah. No harm, no foul, and I was I don't know, this cover is very pretty, and every once in a while the cover gets you, and actually the story sounds interesting, so I got it. And then, surrounded by books. It's what everybody should want, to be surrounded by books, but right now it's kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, so the next book I got is also a hardcover, but it was in the discount section, and it is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. And I don't know if this is because it was in the discount section, but there's like a little marker dot thing, which I'm not particularly happy about, but whatever. Got the book, and I've heard mixed reviews about this one, but I figured it's $6, and I was kind of interested to read it, so I figured, why the hell not? Yeah. So, I have 3 more books that I got on Boxing Day. The first one was something that I have been curious to read for several years, I'm guessing, but never got around to it, and now my curiosity was somewhat boosted by watching the Lizzie Bennet Diaries web series, so I'm guessing you can figure out what that is now, and it is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I love this cover. I know, it's very nice and simple, and I've seen they have like other classics in this scheme of cover, so if I get more, I might want to get more like this, so it'll look nice side by side. So yes, this, and then the next book that I have to show you is my second Jasper Fforde acquisition, and it is The Heir Affair, which is the first book in the Thursday Next series. And Thursday Next is a literary detective. Yes. And in this book in particular, Jane Eyre has gone missing, and so she has to find a way into the book to repair the damage. That sounds awesome. I want to read it soon. Yes. There's like 6, 7, or 8, I can't remember, of these already out. And so, if I like the first one, I have plenty more to get once I've finished more of my reading. So, the final book that I got on Boxing Day is 172 Hours on the Moon by Johan Harstad. I think that's how you say it. I have heard a lot of people mention this book, obviously, and I've heard a lot of people say that it's kind of scary or spooky, which generally isn't my kind of thing, but I want to read this book. Like, I read this, Sorry. I read the synopsis and I was like, that sounds cool, dude. So I'm gonna try it. Maybe read it in the daylight. No, it's nothing to shy away from. To admit that you might need to stay in the dark, in the light. Yes. Speaking of staying in the light, if you haven't seen it already, I started a reading challenge for 2014 called the Calendar Classics Challenge. And if you want to find out what that is, I will put a link down below to the video that I did explaining what that challenge was. And I'm hoping that if you're interested, you will join me because, it's fun. We're together. I'm running out of... Take a breath. Yes. So after this, I got another gift certificate from a friend, and I got 2 books with that gift certificate to Amazon, and I will show you the one right now and the other one after, obviously. But I mean, like, I'm gonna show you one, and I'll come back to the purchases that I did on that day. So the first of those 2 books that I got with the second Amazon certificate is Across the Universe by Beth Revis, the first book in the Across the Universe trilogy. And so I got that through Amazon, but then I went and got more money on New Year's, and so I went back to Chapters ridiculously far away, and I will explain why in a second. And I got A Million Suns and Shades of Earth, the second and third books, in the new matching covers, like this. And I was very curious about this line right here, and I tweeted about it, and then the author said, like, don't look. So I'm not looking. So very intrigued. I will have to wait. The next book that I got when I got the other 2 from Across the Universe is the second of the fairy tale retellings by Jackson Peters, and this one is Sweetly. Now, I did say this is the second one, so I wanted these covers because I actually prefer them to the original covers, and anyway, like, since this is the new covers, that's what the other ones look like, so I want them all to match. But anyway, so that all works out. But then the first of the fairy tale retellings I got through Amazon at the same time as Across the Universe, except Across the Universe shipped from Ontario, and then Sisters Red, the first of the fairy tale retellings, had to ship from Richmond, British Columbia, because they didn't have it anywhere else. They had like 1 copy left. So I was like, well, that's okay. And then it shows up this morning, and what did I get? The original cover. This is not what was on the screen. So I've been in contact with Amazon, and they have since told me, like, okay, like, return this one, we'll send you the new one. Of course, the other one I won't get for a couple of weeks because they don't have any more. So, but that's okay, So as long as I get everything sorted out in the end, it doesn't matter about the little bits in between. So I got these, I got that, and then the 4th book that I got on that particular day. Now, I was supposed to get another book on that day, and it sort of fell through, so I started going through the aisles in the teen section, which might have been a little mistake because by the time I had finished going around, I had picked out 7 books, and I can only get 1 more. Yeah. But then what I did is I went on Twitter, and I tweeted a few of the booktubers, and I was like, help me, which one would you take if you could pick just one? And a few people answered. One was very... was very informed about what other people would pick, and then in the end, the winner of this little debate turns out to be Miss Ariel Bissett, because I got Ask the Passengers by A.S. King. Now, I've been wanting to read more contemporary, and this I was very interested to read, obviously. And I've been hearing a lot of people mention A.S. King, and I have not read anything from her yet, so now I will be able to. Pretty book, yes, okay. So I have 4 books left. Hang in there. And the first 3 books I got on the next day. I went to bookstore 3 days in a row. I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? Own up. Anyway, so the first 2 books that I got on that day, like I said, I keep saying that I want to read more classics, I want to read more classics, and I want to read more children's classics too, and classics in general. Classics. I keep saying the words. I'm really hungry right now. But okay, so I'm almost done, so let's just power through. So the first of these 2 books that I got is Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, and the other one is Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. And I mentioned this on Twitter. I was like, you know what? Doesn't this little Peter Pan kind of remind you of Ben from Benjamin of Tombs? I know. Maybe I've been staring at it for too long. But anyway, so yeah. Yes. Okay. Hi. So a little thing that I noticed was just like, it says like they're Puffin classics, and if this is like I'm guessing the child literature whatever version of Penguin classics, and if it is, it's just the cutest thing ever, like baby penguin. But yes, I've heard mixed things about this recently from a lot of people, and I'm like, okay, what am I getting myself into? The second to last book that I have to show you was a complete, I wasn't planning on this. I didn't even know it existed. I knew that it was a movie a couple of years ago, and I was curious. I wanted to see the movie, and I never did, but I'm guessing, soon I might see it after I've read the book. And it is called Flipped. It is written by Wendelin or Vendelin or whatever, Van Dranen, I don't know how to say this. And so it is like, it has 2 point of views, one from a boy called Bryce and one from a girl called Juliana. And if you see on the back, like, you have him talking here, and then if you flip the book over, you have Juliana talking over here. And I think it's like it's like a a sort of young love story. Like, I think they're about like 12-ish years old when it starts or something. I don't know. But I really want to read this book, and it's very short, so I can probably, I'll be able to get through it in one sitting or something. So, yeah. And then that was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be no more books, no más. But when I was at Chapters on that second day, I saw another book and I wanted to get it, but they had 1 copy and was kind of banged up, and I was like, I don't have enough money or something. But then when I got the cash register, I found out that I had enough points to get my $5 rebate with Chapters, and I got that. And so I was like, I barely left the store. I was like, what did I do? I should have gotten the other book. And so I kept thinking about it, and so the next day I went to my Chapters, the one that's closer. Well, closer, it's downtown. It's not next door, but still it's closer than the other one. And I got Stardust by Neil Gaiman. And I love these covers. They have a lot of his books, like American Gods and The Graveyard Book and Neverwhere, in this sort of scheme of covers. And it's making me think that I might want to go and repurchase some of the ones that I already have to match with this one, because I don't know, I really like them. So this is the end of it. 38 books in December / the start of January, but let's call it December anyway. I have never bought this many books at one time, and like I said, I probably won't until next December. But yeah, so this is the end of my book haul, which took me twice as long to film. Now I'm gonna go and stop this, and I'm gonna go have dinner, and I'm gonna hope that this doesn't take 3 hours. Well, 3 hours, it probably will take 3, I don't know. I'm hoping that this can upload soon enough. I don't know, I might have to take a break because my computer's starting to make noise. Okay, so 29 and goodbye.